protect the beneficiaries. That's going to be number 2, because we want to make sure you're protected, but then we go from there. How do we protect your loved ones, the ones that you are actually leaving your estate to? Well, the law is going to say that if you have a person who's under the age of 18, which most of you probably have grown children now, so what we would be talking about would be, let's say, grandchildren that are under the age of 18. If you didn't have a will, you didn't have a trust, the law, believe it or not, would actually leave that child, and I do use child, all of your assets, whatever you may have, their share, going to them at the age of 18. How many of you think that an 18-year-old is able to handle a lot of money? I'm not sure, but I don't feel that way. I'm oftentimes trying to plan to protect that 18-year-old. So at the end of the day, there's planning tools that we can use inside of your trust to protect that 18-year-old from themselves. Well, there's sometimes people who are a little bit older than 18, who still don't quite have the life management skills down to be able to handle a lot of money. So oftentimes we're actually planning for some adults as well. People who may have addiction or some drug abuse issues. Well, we certainly don't want to aid their addiction. So planning properly in that regard is also a necessity. How about anyone concerned about your child's spouse? Believe it or not, I see that a lot every day. Every day I get to just deal with these sorts of situations and help clients figure out the right way to protect their family. Poor money managers, oftentimes holding on to assets well until the children are 60, 65, just because unfortunately we're trying to make sure that your money, your hard-earned money, doesn't go and is spent frivolously after you pass. And then of course we have trust fund babies. I'm not sure if any of you guys know what trust fund babies, but they're those kids sitting in Newport Beach, drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning, complaining about how much money mom and dad, grandma and grandpa left them, that wasn't enough. But at the end of the day, do they have a work ethic? Well, we can plan, believe it or not, to try and encourage them to work and create their own employment opportunities.